Welcome, we're going to be doing Physics 123, lab number 7. This is the diffraction grating lab. And we're going to be looking at light through a grating displayed on the wall. We've got a nice diffraction pattern, and from that be able to deduce some of the properties of the grating as well as what the light is doing. Today we're going to be using this helium neon laser. The wavelengths given on your student sheet for the lab. This is projecting onto the wall on the other end of the room. You can see the laser beam there. We're going to go ahead and put in this diffraction grating. So now we have gone ahead and inserted our diffraction grating onto this bench where the laser is mounted, so the laser is going through the grating and onto the wall. And we'll go look at the diffraction pattern on the wall in a second, but first we need to record how far the pattern on the wall is from our actual grating. And so what I have here, we have a tape measure that runs all the way down to the wall, and it's just taped onto the table here. And then if we come in here, I've positioned this caliper so it's lined up with the center of the diffraction grating. And so take that measurement there, and this is 4 meters and 90. Here you come here. We're at 4 meters, so 4 meters and 91, approximately 4 meters and 91 centimeters is the distance from our grating to the pattern. And so now we can go ahead and turn out the light, and then we'll go ahead and make it a little bit more dark, but we can see the diffraction pattern, and we'll go ahead and get a close-up of that in a second. Okay, here's a close-up of the interference pattern on the wall. We can see that it's brightest at the peak, like right in the middle, which is what we would expect, and then this kind of envelope kind of decreases. Now this distance is what we're interested in. It's labeled x1 on your student sheet, and that's what we're going to try to measure. And so in order to get that, what we're going to do is we're going to go 5 dots over from the central, the brightest central one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of dim, but it is there. 5, I know it's harder to see on the camera. In real life, they're a lot brighter. But what I have is a pair of calipers. I'm going to come in here trying to reduce parallax, and then I'm going to measure out from the peak of the central spot over to the center of the 5th spot over. So again, that's 5 spots over. And so this way, we can take this distance, divide it by 5, and that's going to give the distance between each bright interference peak. Okay, that looks pretty good, so I'm going to be careful here not to move the calipers, and then turn on the lights. And make sure that I don't adjust it here. Okay, there we go. So let's make sure you can see that. It's 100 and, whoa, okay, there we go, 123.3. And that is in millimeters.